What's going on YouTube? EarthP0w3R here with
CVH. How's it going, guys?
and we have another narrated match for you. This one from the top 8 at the KMC in New Holland, Pennsylvania. 6 feet under games.
Yep, 55
Awesome
people over there.
Oh, indeed. So it's myself versus Mr. Joe Harrington. I went in at 8th seed. Joe went in at 1st seed. One of Dave and Corey's really good friends, actually.
Mm-hmm.
So super cool that someone in their car could make top 8.
They were rolling deep from their local.
Yeah, I think we literally brought like 12 or 13 people to this KMC overall. It was pretty incredible. So, and shout outs to Joe for making it all the way to 1st seed with a Firelight Rush deck. And I'm not looking forward to this matchup at all.
Yeah, and well, you shouldn't be, because you have one Oathworn Call on your deck and one blocker in your deck, and then you lose if you don't have those.
Yep. So I'm running a Light Water Nature, Mega Bugs. For those of you who couldn't make out what that was from CVH's comments there.
Yeah, I do have a profile for your deck on my channel.
Yes.
So be sure to check that out. Links down below, I hope.
Yes. And here's Dave commenting about Corey's signature as Spencer took up the majority of that card there.
Yep.
Oh.
And there's a lot of shuffling going on because the deck
Yes.
checks had just happened prior to top 8. So
Yeah, so we shuffle for a good amount of time here. And
Carl
then,
literally pile shuffles 3 times.
yeah.
How do I know this? We narrated this before, and Carl lost the narration.
Yes. So this is take 2, if you will. So
I'm watching him pile shuffle 6 times before game 1.
yes, you want to make sure it's randomized, guys. Like they gave us our deck back literally in like card order, so it's kind of a pain. And Joe and I were having fun banter prior to this match as well as while we shuffle. So
And we were having fun banter prior to the second take, but
yeah, like I said, definitely not looking forward to this match. Joe knows it, I know it. Like we've already discussed the matchup, how it's like 80-20 in his favor. So things that I'm not looking forward to. However, it is 18 minutes, so there's hope for me yet, and we'll see if as we get closer to the end here. In the meantime,
what?
you're playing Ryan Valentino in top 8.
Yep, down on the other side of the table. He's running Light Water Fire Nature Dragons, and I'm running Light Water Dark Timbo with some spicy 1-ofs.
Yes.
Or no, not even 1-ofs, just spicy text, whatever. What's wrong with me? I don't even know the deck I won with.
Yes, but that profile is coming up very soon. CVH taking the match versus Valentino, actually. I think by the time we finish our game 1
I won the tournament, guys.
Yeah, by the time we finish our game 1 here and are finished shuffling for game 2, Dave literally comes over and says CVH got it, and I'm just so confused because like we literally are starting game 2 and I'm playing a rush deck.
You did shuffle for a billion years.
Yes, or Joe's playing a rush deck, I'm playing against one. Joe gets a very optimal start here. Not only is he on the play because of the play draw option for being 1st seed, he opens Blaze Belcher followed by 2 Magris, and I don't have a 2-drop. So
The game's over.
yes, actually over.
He doesn't have a play. He should have played that Stalker Sphere, probably. He just put in mana to save for like a fast attack around turn 4, but I think just summoning the raw 2 for 2 is probably just the best play, because he still could get Mana Screwed out of the Falcor or something.
Yes. However, I do bounce a Magris back, so now that Mana Screen, maybe not occurring.
But he could just have a Stalker Sphere, so.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, regardless, if he had that Stalker Sphere down, I think that would be game over right now. Because I think the best I can do here is summon a Swordhorn. I believe that's what I do here.
Some guy.
Something big, because there's just that hope in me that thinks I'll live till the next turn. Yeah,
Summons
that's a
a
Swordhorn.
white piece of cardboard.
Yes, excuse the glare. It's always tough in these card shops with all the lighting to get a good angle without
Here comes Falcor.
Here we go. Oh, I'm just... That is
Blaze Belcher going all the way.
It's
Going the distance.
it's funny, too. Like, you can't ever feel bad as a Rush player. It's funny, because, like, me and Joe are going back and forth throughout this whole match, and prior to it, like, we're having a good time. We know that the matchup sucks for me, and, like, I'm making super light of that. And, like, Joe here, after this creaming that occurs, just looks really sullen. Like, he's just, like, shuffling his deck, and he's not looking up. And I'm like, Joe, please. Please, it's okay, man. I understand.
Joe, please.
You're playing Rush, I'm playing Bugs. I know the matchup. Don't feel bad. Let's do this thing. Let's have fun. So, lightening the mood back up again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's no hard feelings here, guys. We're having fun. I want to know who's standing right there, too. Like, the jeans and the moccasins, if you will.
Where?
Oh, the shoe's there.
Oh,
Oh, shout outs to Good Time Games, by the way.
Good Times Games. Come on,
By the way,
you made that mistake when we did take one.
I know. It's good time. Like, it rolls off the tongue as time. Like, because it's not goods times games. Like, there's
Obviously not, but good times. Good times.
Good times games. I know, but times games is weird for me. So, you're hissing.
I know.
So, shout outs to them, Rob Gruber, Olivia, and that whole crew of chillins up there. Shout outs to those guys. Super awesome repping you guys throughout this entire event and talking about good times and yeah.
Good times. So many good times.
Yes, we had a very good time. So, and I'll hopefully be representing you guys throughout the KMC season, if and you don't mind.
Speaking of my representations, check out ultrarealitygames.com to see a tournament report of this day.
Oh, indeed.
From my perspective, excuse me.
From your
perspective.
So here's the point where I find out that Christian beat Valentino.
Yep.
Shout out to Valentino, super cool dude.
Yep. Shout out to me opening the nuts both games and him opening with the majority of his nature section.
Yes.
Which was a whole 6 cards. It was pretty brutal.
Yeah. But
things do happen.
For
I thought that match would be slow too, because Dragons versus Tempo, but you know.
Yeah, I mean sometimes you just get the nuts.
Yeah.
And sometimes you don't acquire the nuts. So
speaking of, well, I guess he does have the nuts
yes.
1 drop, but you do have a good follow for that.
Yes, I'm able to scamp and mana for scamp. I realize I'm not playing scams here. I am running more than 2 guys. So.
I will say it is nice to know it's coming before it happens, so we can narrate more effectively.
Oh, indeed.
He's breaking.
Yes, taking 1 shield there, and here I'm feeling pretty good because scamp can now revenge that Magris. And I can drop what I believe is a Mana Pod Beetle to bump with the Blaze Belcher when it inevitably comes in next turn.
Mm-hmm.
So, setting me up for potential opportunities to kind of be the aggressor or take the counter aggression, if you will. CVH is burping and blowing it in my face.
Well, that's unprofessional of you to mention, Carl.
That's unprofessional of you to do. So, and here it starts to work out. So Scamp's going to be able to revenge that Magris, and I'm going to be able to bump with the Blaze Belcher. And barring any craziness, I should hopefully be able to drop Hive Queen on the following turn and start taking a little bit of control for this match. I mean, it's so tough to play safely when you're tempo versus rush. Like, you have to play risks. Like, you have to take them. Otherwise, you're not going to win. Like, you just have to make the decisions that you wouldn't normally make because they could just come in for game at any point.
Yeah, and you're also lucky he has nothing big at all on his board. Like,
yeah.
He's sitting on a board of 1,000 guys that are apparently doing things.
Yeah, so I'm literally in, I guess, the best position I could be in this matchup, so I'm taking full advantage of it.
Well, the best would be like first to Shield, Oathsworn, and Delira or something. That's
no, that would be fantastic, but that's
not going to happen.
It's already not happened.
Not with the spicy one-off.
No. So, here summons a Flame Spinner, and that's going to prove to weigh on my mind a little bit. At this point, I had thought that he has 1 card in hand, and opted just to play the Flame Spinner without playing mana, so what I assumed he was holding was like a major owl, or just something
or
bigger.
Falcora, that'd be really good.
With a fast attacker. If he had Falcora, he would have summoned it there.
Would he have?
Yeah, because he had Flame Spinner in hand, which he just tapped 2 for to summon.
Yeah, but I think you play the Flame Spinner first, then Falcora next turn, maybe.
Maybe, but
I don't know.
Maybe I think breaking all of my shields would be way more effective.
True.
So, but opts not to do that and instead summons a Flame Spinner. So I really don't know what he's got in hand, but I bounce it back. I get the Hive Queen that comes down. I revenge the Stalker Sphere, which broke a shield last turn. And then here, I'm thinking about whether I want to break a shield with Scamp or not. The decision here is super tough because I want to get him to no shields, so I don't have to worry about Storm Spark swinging for game on the following turn, or at least being able to go for game on my next turn, but there's no way I can do that with the field presently. If I break 1 shield with Scamp, I can only break 4 the next turn, barring if I draw Chasm Blinder Beetle, but I'm only running 1 ofs on both of those, so it makes it really difficult. And here he plays Blinder Beetle Prime in mana and summons Keeper of Laws, so that's what I'm assuming he was holding the last turn. I don't know why he just wouldn't summon the Laws that last turn there.
That doesn't make much sense. So it was a Laws, but you said he held the Prime, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he held the Prime at that point, so the Prime goes down. I mean, it's the only thing that would make sense. I hope so. But
he
Laws
has
comes
him right
down.
here.
Yeah. and I'm able to use Lyra to tap that down. And here is another heavy decision. I don't know if I want to just swing completely for game next turn, or potentially try to bait out the Storm Spark now. His only win condition currently is the Jet Thrust Starter and the Flame Spinner, which I know he has in hand, so if I give him the other piece and the mana, things could just go very poorly for me.
But the upside is, Storm Spark Blast, if you can get out of the way now, you don't have to go for game anyway, so if you break it in any one of the 4 shields you break, then you can just hopefully go for game next turn without only worrying about, the one left.
Exactly, and, I mean, even if, again, if Storm Spark is down there and I opt not to break, he could just summon Flame Spinner and another 1 or 2 drop, which he has very many of in that deck.
You sack the blocker when it doesn't matter at all, because his one outer is double fast attacker plus Storm Spark. So.
Exactly, so I just keep going, just trying to either get rid of it or hope it's not there at all. And no blasts in those 4 breaks. So
not at all.
Here, I'm feeling pretty good. So
until you get blown up by the last Storm Spark.
Right. The chasm being down though helps a lot. It negates that situation of the blinder Flame Spinner. So
Jet Thrust Flame Spinner.
Jet Thrust Flame Spinner, excuse me. So he does have a major out here, which he just summons. He knows he can get past the chasm regardless, so just goes ahead and takes the shield. And of course, I opt to take it. There's no reason to lose chasm here.
This is when you evolve into Cobalt, right?
I wish. Oh my god, that'd be incredible.
But the spicy text that he didn't run.
Here I decide to make the safe play because again, there is that hope that he just doesn't have a fast attacker in hand. So if worse comes to worse, and that is a Storm Spark down, I'm gonna opt to clear his field here and then swing for game. Because I just have the resources to do that with, thanks to the Hive Queen and then the Homunculon that's going to come down here momentarily. So, tap 3 for a Mana Tick, just to put an extra creature on board. Just being thorough here. There's no reason to punt this game away if I can potentially, if he just doesn't have the cards that I'm pretty sure he has, but if he doesn't, it'd be silly to not play smart. So.
And it's always fun to see how badly you can beat your opponent game 2 in hopes that they're demoralized for game 3.
Right. I felt so bad after that game 1 loss. I had to do it back. That was so rough.
You didn't really play Kaijudo that game.
No, I think I summoned a Swordhorn.
You put 5 cards from the top of your deck into your mat, 5 into your hand, and then put the 5 on your mat into your hand, and then shuffle for game 2.
Yep. Oh man. So, swing there, and his Shimmer Wing of Hope there was...
Shimmerwing is bad. I didn't say that in this take yet, but Shimmerwing sucks.
Yes, Joe was running Shimmerwing over Cloudwalker Drone because apparently he couldn't find Cloudwalker Drones before they came here or just forgot them.
And no one there had Cloudwalker Drones.
I know. Well,
they're so much better. They're huge.
Yeah, 2,500. But, I don't know, opted for Shimmerwing and just ran with it, He's here to have fun. We're here to have fun. We're here to get a plane ticket, but we're also here to have fun. So.
If you're new at all, Shimmerwing's effect actually seemed useful too, and then you realize it'll never happen.
Yeah, and it's just weak, so
yeah,
not a good power.
And I feel the tempo. At least you gotta beat the other the random vanillas.
Yeah, if your stuff's bigger than their stuff, you're usually good to go.
Yeah, so that's why I personally like Monolite because you got Prison Blade, which is just the nuts.
Yeah,
but you have Metal Max in here too. Which might actually see play game 3.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Spoilers.
The best 2-drop is just not on the board.
Nope. So, shuffling up here for game 3. Again, shout-outs to Good Times Games.
There you go.
Pretty incredible people up there. Can't wait to represent you guys throughout my KMCs. So.
Yep.
And shout-outs to Ultra Pro. And double sleeving, which I did for this event, actually not the worst.
You actually tried triple sleeve?
I did try to triple sleeve, and then
about that.
Yeah, it was just it was so big. It wouldn't fit in the deck box. Actually, I had a one-piece deck box I used. It just wouldn't fit in there, so yeah, kind of obnoxious. But
I also double sleeved. It takes a lot longer than you think it might if you're not used to it.
Shaking hands for game 3. Again, Joe, super chill guy. Thoroughly enjoyed our match, and thoroughly about to enjoy this beating that is about to occur. Oh man, we got Taco Bell. So you're just drinking some sweet tea, I would assume.
I don't even know. It's like ice right now.
It's watered down, unsweetened tea.
Honestly, I don't even know if that's my cup.
No,
they both taste the same.
Excellent.
Yep.
So we gear up here, and Joe is on the play. And will he have the turn 1? Of course, he will. Blaze Belcher coming in hot.
You know why?
Shout out to Theo Wadley and the Blaze Belcher progressions that we talked about. You know, the whole doing his job, getting a promotion.
And your one Oathsworn is now not going to be played.
No, I opened with the Oathsworn there, and that's super bad. However, I do have the 2-drop this game as opposed to game 1, so things aren't looking as bad until he summons the second Metal Max.
Could even look good if you get piercing and shields here.
The foreshadowing.
Maybe if you had a piercing and then a sword horn from your hand, that'd be one thing.
Yeah, that'd be great. Like, if I could just have my other, 3 piercings and those last shields right there, I might actually be able to take this game.
You know, I don't think Rush can handle 3 piercing judgments.
I don't think so either, but we'll see if I'm that lucky. Oh, summoning Tricky Turnip here. I really wanted that to be a sword horn. Yeah. It's just not. It just can't carry the weight, guys. Oh my god.
I mean, Homunculon is pretty much the out here.
Yeah. So I'm really banking on a lot. However, he
piercing.
doesn't.
Come on, piercing.
Yeah,
piercing.
He doesn't have a very optimal play here when he summons the Magris. It was literally his only drop, and then he's able to break 2 with Metal Max with no I guess repercussion for the most part because Tricky Turnip's not going to be able to revenge one of those. So, luckily Manipal was able to go down. And there is actually hope for me to potentially take this game, but through me and Joe going back and forth, I think he knew that I just didn't have it because I would have summoned the Chasm if I could have at any point in this game. But I break a shield with Tricky Turnip, and if he doesn't banish my Tricky Turnip, which he really should do, I don't know why he just doesn't. But
I think because if he did, then Piercing Judgment would also be one of your outs.
Right, but if he banishes it there, then it is. He could potentially go and hit the Storm Spark, and I could do the Chasm Blind Arena next turn and actually take all of his shields.
I think he's also worried about if he banishes that, then Oathsworn is one of your outs, and he doesn't know if you only run 1, so that could just lose the game.
Yeah, that is true. So there's that. But shout outs to Joe. I do take the loss there. I don't have the Blast, and I also didn't have the Chasm or the Blind Arena Prime. So what are you gonna do?
Hope was gone.
Yes. Joe Harrington, awesome player, moving on to top 4 to play Mr. Tyler Hine, who inevitably takes it in Game 3.
I don't even know how many games, but he takes it.
No, he takes it in Game 3. They go to 3. And Tyler Hine takes it, moves on to the finals to play yourself.
Yeah, I beat Ryan Valentino half a decade ago, so I was just waiting until the match is all finished.
Yeah.
Then I play against Matt Robinson. You can check that match out coming up next, right?
Oh, indeed. Yes, I've got that match, which we're narrating after this, and then the finals match, CVH versus Tyler Hine. And deck profiles on your channel for Matt Robinson, as well as my deck profile of CVH's deck, which you'll see featured in the next match, and then the deck profile coming up.
No, I got your deck on my channel. Right. You got my deck on your side.
Right, of course. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Leave a like if you did.
Yeah, that's it. That's fine.
Yeah, and all that fun stuff. So, hopefully, guys, we'll see you next time for
Card of the Week.
For stuff.
Peach.
Take it easy, guys. Peach.